Hey guys, it's me Parker. Welcome to my channel. I'm doing sign readings today. Don't know who I'm reading for. Let's cut the deck and find out. For this reading, kind of my darker decks are calling to me. Wheel of Fortune. I just scrapped a reading 2 seconds ago. I'm re-recording this and it flipped out. Okay, Taurus, the Hierophant. It flipped out when I was shuffling the cards. But yeah, for whatever reason, my more intricate, kind of darker decks are calling to me. And then the reading I just scrapped, I was saying I love all the decks I work with, but I do kind of have an affinity towards those more intricate decks. 3 cards really flopped out right out the gate. I didn't even shuffle yet. This was showing a ton in the pre-shuffle, or in the, when I was, both in the recording I did, and then just now. Okay. So we have 7 of Wands. This is a guarded energy, defending your assets, your honor. It's kind of like back off kind of energy. He's pretty smug looking in this deck about it. He's pretty confident. We have the 10 of Pentacles. This is a man and a woman and their child. It's a home. When we talk about tarot in terms of the suits, so like Pentacles, obviously it's coins. When we go from 1 to 10 of them, the end of that cycle, that's all the coins you can have. It's the home, the foundation, the business, the family. And then a Page of Cups. He's feeling it out in this deck. He's got his eyes closed. He's looking in his cup. There's actually a little woman, like a water nymph, kind of in that cup. It's like kind of raw in emotion because it's a page, right? It's kind of less developed, of course, than like if a king is mastery of emotion. The water cycle, or the water court cards, like signifying a person typically. But this can also be like honesty, because it's the heart space and emotions, and it's less developed, right? He's feeling it out. That's the start of something. Oh, 3 threes, 2 threes on the bottom. 3 of Wands, that's like looking to horizons when you're on a path. Kind of a manifestational energy. And then this is collaborating to build with others. It's like typically what they're doing is they're trying to figure out how to do this, or it's like a business project, or it's just working together with others. 2 threes, that's nice. We have an Ace of Wands and the Fool. That's the start of tarot, as above, so below. Aries. Major for Aries. Turn my back, Sitchy. That's the start of an adventure, really. Interesting. Very confident. I'm getting a lot of confidence off this reading. That Fool looks so confident. That chick looks super duper confident. Like, he looks cool. Like, they all look cool. Like, they're like, I got this. Like, he's like, yeah, just back off. This Fool's like, the dog's like looking at him like, huh? And then he's just like, yeah, like, he's cool anime dude. And then she looks very, very confident and cool as well. I might clarify that, but this is like an opportunity, an adventure, looking like manifesting collaboration, something coming together with others. Very interesting. So I want to look at this back off energy, or like, it's mine. Kind of valiant. Ace of Wands. He really is. I'm kind of seeing that as like, Because the Seven of Wands is kind of characterized by, like, there's Seven of Wands again. Confirmation. It's like after the Six is winning the worry of, like, getting attention, accolades and stuff. The Seven, that's why it's a defensive card, because what do you do once you've already won the war? Well, the war's over, but life keeps going. So what do? Do you start another war? Do you enjoy the spoils of victory? If in that case, sometimes people want a piece of that. Are you defending that? Right? I see this as on riding on success, starting another journey. Like picking up that Ace of Wands again from where you left off with your success. Tell me about this Seven of Wands. It's the Seven of Wands. Wow. The Magician. Wow. Manifestational. It's just the Seven of Wands. Okay, so that's kind of what, like, I guess I kind of already got the message out because we're just starting with that Ace of Wands. But that is hard work, just saying. What he's doing in the sun there. He's toiling in the sun, but he doesn't look like worried about it either. He's super focused. He looks cool too. Like he looks, I'm not going to be surprised if we get some charismatic kind of cards out here to signify your energy and all this, but he looks calm, cool, collected too. Like he's hot. Look at him. Taking up that sledgehammer there. We have the Magician and the Two of Wands. That's options with paths. We have Temperance underneath that, Sagittarius energy, and the Six of Wands. So yeah, interesting. Watch out for ego. The Devil's underneath that, just saying with all this cool, like, I'm the best kind of energy, which you are. But just ego is kind of showing underneath that. So there's that victory, Six of Wands, balanced energy. That's nice. Like, that's like winning. That looks like winning. And it's peace. It's also peace, right? There's some secrecy on the bottom as well. But with taking up that wand, right? And if you're sitting in a position of success, you may have options for collaboration, right? So we have a wand cycle here, the 6 and the 7, with the 6 with Temperance, the 7 showing as a current main energy. Underlying, we have a 1 and 3 of Wands here, and then a 2 of Wands with the Magician. There's like wands everywhere, like options for paths everywhere. The one that this one's leaning towards is the one that is hard work, just saying. Because he is toiling in the sun there, like big time. And then the Magician, like there's many, this is a reading like for somebody who had a measure of success and now there's like a million ways that they could go with that. Manifestational Magician has all the tools necessary to take the next step in life, on the next journey of their path here. What do I want to work on next? This again, we were talking about manifestational energy. It meeting you. What am I going to work on next? That's kind of what I'm getting from this. So see if the Devil. Yeah, the Devil can be ego. It can also be attachment. So I would say like Valor. There's that 7 of Wands again. He looks cool too. Valor. But Valor is a personal attribute, right? Just like, and it's not a nod to ego as well. Established strength, yes. Again, a measure of success. Where do I go from there? Anything else with that before we move on? there is too. I am getting a bit of like, this is like a kind of me against them energy. The Ace of Swords showed, and there's collaborative energy here, which suggests others. This is a card of others too, and not like doing everything alone or by yourself. I'm just saying that there's a hint of that here with this. Princess of Wands and the Magician. Okay, so Magician underlying on both. Princess of Wands, Princess of Swords, which are like pages. Page, page, page. Page, okay? So there seems to be a lot to learn here with all these pages coming out. They're learning energies because they are not a king, they're pages, right? They're the start of an idea. They're the spark of creativity, the spark of passion, like she's holding, they're all holding that rod, right? But they're not emperors yet or kings. Like it goes like page, which is the spark of the idea, the starting of it, like, right? Like a child, to a knight, like a teenager, the queen, the matriarch, the king, the patriarch. King indicates total control in that realm. And then we start talking about emperors and empresses, and then hierophants and high priestesses. So what is the emperor? The emperor rules an entire empire over others, right? Because he is all four kings. He's mastered the physical domain. He's totally in control of his emotions, compassionate, but also, knows his worth. That, they are all four kings. They rule those dominions, right? That's why they tend to be also more experienced or wizened. And then when we start talking about the High Priestess Hierophant, it's kind of the same thing, but in like a totally spiritually mature aspect. But this is immature energy. Not immature like silly or like you don't know what you're doing. It's just it's not matured to a king, knight, or even queen status yet. It's a princess. It's a page. It's a princess. There's another princess underneath that. So, if this is your reading, and again, these guys are cool, like I was saying, like they're like, I can do this, I got this, right? This suggests that there's, with that devil, ego, and attachment to those successes that I was picking up on. This is ideas, this is beginnings, and again, there's a manifestational energy backing that. There's a lot of paths here with these wands everywhere, but there's also a lot of learning to do, but she looks really cool too, just saying. She's really, really badass. Sorry, I wish it would focus the way I want it to, but yeah, she's really cool. Also very sure of herself. Very, very sure of herself, and she looks like she's going to do it all by herself. There's learning in this situation to be had. Don't be too sure of yourself is kind of what I'm getting from that, or just that, or maybe there's someone around you, they're at a page status right now. On their path, like with all those paths that are emerging, like they could be very young as well, just saying. But we have more princesses. Princess, 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 page. And princess, 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 that's feminine energy, that's receptive energy, able to receive, right? Yes, she's very badass, she's gonna do it by herself, but remember we were talking about the guy who's actually looking to the woman in the cup, connecting to his emotions, learning from that water nymph, that lady in the cup. So definitely a call to receptivity, to be vulnerable, to be raw, to be green, to take these ideas, especially if they come from other people, because that's what you're manifesting in all, right? These different paths and stuff. Others are involved here. They're a continuation of your life. What do you do after you win the war? Well, life continues and you start on something else, right? This is ideas. This is seeing things too. Seeing things, the wands, the pentacles, the swords, the cups. Page. Very interesting. Page energy. So let's look at this page of cups next. This just looks like with that one masculine page. Different decks call out for certain reasons, specific reasons, and the fact that this is my only tarot deck that has, I have one other deck, and that was another deck that called to me that has pages represented by feminine. And then this other deck is a masculine energy, listening in his heart, learning from the feminine aspect, right? So let's look at this page of cups next. Yeah, blended pleasure. This is the card of lost opportunities. He doesn't see what's being offered by spirit or like what's right in front of him. He's too focused on something else. Focus on that cup. Strife, there's conflict. Why that? Wheel of Fortune. Victory. Yeah, again. A Chariot. A lot of Cancerian energy here. We have the Chariot with the King of Cups. Okay, now we have a King. This is underlying, right? That's a very victorious king. So, this is funny. We have the Wheel of Fortune and victory, right? There's that Six of Wands, that victory. Again, like when you've won the war, that's the winning the war. He's come home from war. Everyone's adoring him. He's wearing the spoils. Wheel of Fortune, the wheels have turned in your favor. You're fortunate. You're sitting in abundance. And then we have this King of Cups and the Chariot, and this is the underlying energy, right? Moving this reading. This is the so below to the Chariot. This is like, look at that. He's like wearing full plated armor, not just some swag, right? Not just like a robe. Like, he's a warrior for sure. He came home from battle, but like, look at that. That's like the king in his armor. The King of Cups, no less. There's a lot. I'm getting humility off this reading. Like, this is the true victory. This is a reading for someone who like has a long ways to go in terms of life experience, or they have a lot left to do in life. And this is where they're going to end up right now. And the energy that's coming out is the precursor to that, the Page, with like this energy, right? But where they're sitting in this position is, again, that's hard work. There's a long way left to go. There's a lot more to learn. There's a lot of paths to walk before this energy can be achieved. And the key to that is humility, honesty, working with others, not competing or conflicting with others. And for some of you, that's a hard, or this person, that's a hard realization, because this is like hopes, dreams, wishes, the Tower. That's a shocking realization or understanding coming through an actual event. So when we're talking about these together, that can be like a shake-up with your hopes and dreams. Like, I thought I had this in the bag, right? But it's like, no. There's going to be many, many paths that need to be walked, many people you're going to have to work with, and learn from to get to this, right? And I guess the advice piece of this reading is the warning about the devil, the standoff, the I'm too cool kind of energy, coming off those cards. And that's the thing, is like, every single card that got pulled out for you or this person was cool. Like really badass, awesome cards. People will want to work with you. And you'll have to, this is a reading for someone that needs those experiences to actually be that boss. But also, you know, the King of Cups, like, you know, maybe to some people the King of Cups isn't the most badass king in the deck, but he's mastered, like, his heart space and emotion. You know, that's pretty badass to me as the Ace of Cups shows. And that's what this is a call to as well. Honesty. And that's a really heartfelt page. Like, he's allowing himself to be vulnerable to this process, to what that inner feminine. He's receptive to what that inner feminine is trying to teach him, you know, because masculine gives, feminine receives, right? And this is a call to be receptive for sure. So I'm gonna leave it at that, you guys. Till next time, take care.